Hi, I'm Lacey, the GM of Meet Edgar, and I am super excited to be welcoming Bobby Umar, who is a digital thought leader who's going to be joining Meet Edgar in our community on Wednesday, October 15th at 12 Eastern Time, 9 a.m. Pacific for those on the West Coast. And Bobby is going to be sharing with us some learnings around a multi platform strategy and how we can sort of be everywhere at once. Bobby, do you want to tell us maybe what the biggest challenges that people find when you're talking to them about this?
Yeah, I think people don't understand the reason why they should be multi-platform. I mean, the general gist is that, look, every single platform you're on, LinkedIn, Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, whatever it is, Facebook, these are all rented real estate, which means it's owned by somebody else. And if something goes wrong or something goes off, you can lose access to everything. And all of a sudden, your way in which you're putting content out there, building your brand, generating clients is gone. So having a multi-platform strategy is great for that. It's also good for having a diverse range of people. That's the number one thing I have to kind of train people on when it comes to digital thought leadership. You have to be everywhere, and it doesn't have to be like the way I am, where I am literally everywhere. But there are starting points. And what are the first one, two, three places to get going on? How do you build that up? How do you then use tools and automation and technology to help you get to where you need to be and build that thought leadership?
Great. And I think too that some people forget that, you don't have to be where everyone is, that you can actually go to like a smaller platform and find your niche and find your people. Is that part of the strategy too? Is to not overlook these other platforms?
Well, there's different aspects, like having a clear personal brand is really important, and knowing who you are and how you present yourself, but also knowing where your target is. Because if your target is somewhere else, then you have to start building. Like a really simple example of this is, like, if you are in baking, then being in a place where there's visuals like photos and video is where you could thrive. So that would be Instagram and TikTok. And so you have to understand how to use those things. So a lot of people aren't thinking about those things. You have to focus on where your target audience is, particularly if you're trying to build a business, trying to build a brand. You can build a brand on any platform, but again, multi-platform allows you to reach more people at once. And then again, and if you have a clear brand, people will still, follow you.
Bobby, tell me a little bit about yourself. How did you get into this? Why are you in?
Yeah, sure, sure. So I'm Bobby. I started out as a motivational speaker, talking about soft skill leadership. And over the last 20 years, I've done 1,000 keynotes and workshops across 4 continents. Started talking more things about storytelling, personal branding, thought leadership. But social media kind of came to me quickly, and I decided to go right into it. And next thing you know, I started building influence across multiple platforms. 500,000 followers on Twitter, 70,000 on LinkedIn, 45,000 on Instagram. And I realized that social media is here to stay. So now we need to figure out how to leverage it. And so over this time, I've been doing it for a long time. And now I've had some good accolades in terms of, speaking around the world, being a LinkedIn top voice, being named Inc. Magazine's top 100 leadership speaker alongside Bernie Brown and Richard Branson. Like, that's, some good accolades, and it's helped me with my career. So social media is a way to amplify your voice. It's a way to reach lots of people. And the technology and the AI and the tools out there are phenomenal if you know how to use them and save time. So for me, it's been a big part of my growth and a big part of my success. And that's why I'm very loyal to social media, digital marketing, and building thought leadership out there across multiple platforms.
Great. And what is the latest platform that you've joined? Like what is the last one in your toolkit that's joined?
The latest one is Substack, right? So I've switched all my email marketing and moved it over there. I'm going to be launching actually a paid tier program pretty soon, and essentially there I'm also going to be I'm also doing notes on that platform, which is a brand new thing. It's kind of like tweets or threads. But yeah, that's the hot item right now. I'm putting some energy into it. Not a total amount of energy, but it's every time there's a new thing out there, I definitely dabble a little bit, and then I take some time to think about it. In this case, I spent like maybe 3 4 months analyzing and researching it, and then I decided to launch. And so now I'm definitely invested in building that one and growing.
So what kind of takeaways do you think people will get from joining our webinar?
Well, I think they're going to learn, why that they should consider not just being on one platform or maybe no platforms, why they need to expand. They'll probably get a sense of, what kind of tools they need or can use to help, including how Meet Edgar could help them as well, which I currently use. They're going to learn about some of the best practices on every platform. And maybe there's a chance for them to ask me a question about each platform, because I've been doing this for so long that I certainly have, every single platform is different, different culture, different technology, different algorithm. And so I've learned over the years, how it all works. And so I'll be able to answer those questions and get you started on whether you're building your brand or your influence, or if you're trying to generate clients and build business.
Really looking forward to it. And I think the thing I'm going to say about you in the few minutes we've spent together already is that you have a really approachable way about you. You know,
I hope so.
oh yeah, totally. And I read that in your bio, like authenticity means a lot to you, and it
Yeah.
100%. You are very approachable, and I think that someone doesn't have to feel intimidated if they're starting kind of in a beginner space to join this
Yeah.
webinar, whether they're already, been doing this for years. I think they're going to learn something like I already have. As I said when we first had our pre-conversation, I was pulling out my pen and taking notes. And, I think from beginners to social media
Yeah.
experts are going to get something from this webinar. So um,
Yeah,
I'm
it
really,
doesn't mean and it doesn't mean what it doesn't matter whether you're chapter one, chapter
yeah,
five, or chapter 10 of your story, or you're redoing chapter eight and going back. It's totally fine because every single platform is always changing, and there's things you can learn, and you might find some, whether it's beginner, intermediate, or advanced tactics. Yeah, there's going to be something for everyone as long as you come and want to learn, ask questions, and ask the right questions. And that's going to help.